All right, so today we're going to talk about how to get into corporate wellness programs. I've gotten this question several times from people that are massage therapists, are an acupuncture, or maybe registered dietitians, or personal trainers, physical therapists. And if you are in one of those positions, this video is for you. But also, if you're a health educator, a certified health coach, or you are an expert in another health related field, this video is for you. I have been in the corporate wellness industry for going on 2 decades, in the role of consulting with large Fortune 500 and Fortune 100 organizations across the US. Specifically, right now, I work with a lot of organizations in the San Diego region and Southern California region. So I constantly interact with vendors, and I constantly, obviously, interact with people within the organization that want to hire people like you. So I'm going to break this video down into 3 parts. The first part is I'm going to share with you what the problem is that employers are facing. Okay. 2, I'm going to share how you can position yourself to be the solution to their problem. And 3, I'm going to share with you a little bit more about the importance of personal branding and other things that you need to have that is going to appeal to the corporate environment when you are wanting to position yourself as a corporate program or service. Okay, so the first thing I said I was going to cover was the problem. Let me just write some notes down so I don't forget what I'm going to say. Okay, so problem, solution, and then branding and positioning. Okay, so one of the biggest mistakes I see people doing when they want to get into corporate wellness is they talk a lot about the features of their programs, how great they are, but they fail to listen to the customer and listen to what their biggest problem is. Now, I've said this in previous videos. Healthcare is the second largest expense for organizations. So that means that they are spending a ton of money on healthcare. And according to research, right, you can Google this stuff. It's all public information, all great research that proves that the majority of chronic conditions and disease can be prevented by lifestyle behavior changes. Write this down. Google drivers of health, and you're going to find that when it comes to what people can do to have better health, only about 5 or 10% of that is medical care. The majority of preventing health and optimizing a personal health has to do with personal behaviors. I believe it's about like 40 to 50%. And the next one is environment. So those two people have a lot of control over, right? When you Google drivers of health, you'll see that genetics and healthcare combined only make up about 30 to 40% of what drives optimal health in a person. So right off the bat, you can come in saying that, right, it's a proven, according to research, when you can change your personal behaviors regarding lifestyle choices, that will have a more significant impact on reducing healthcare costs over the long run than having great medical care. Okay, so that's one part of the equation. And then the more that you begin to educate yourself around healthcare, and you can add value to the conversation by saying, I think in conjunction to this service, we need to help your employees know how to better access care. They need to know that they shouldn't go to the emergency room. They should establish rapport with their physician. They should know how to advocate for themselves. That's where you become a subject matter expert and a valued partner in this relationship. So always focus on the problem. What is their problem? So I shared with you a big one. Most likely, healthcare is their second largest expense, but if you go in there with an open mind and ask them a little bit more about what they're thinking about promoting in wellness the next year, like right now we're in 2021, COVID-19 is still top of mind, the pandemic, emotional well-being, resilience, mental health. Every single employer is promoting wellness because they know that emotionally people are not well. Additionally, what is going on with our current state and social justice and equity, inclusion, and diversity. So that has been top of mind for, gosh, probably 8 out of the 10 employers that that I have communicated with in the last week. So if you come in there wanting to really understand what their problem is, then you can get into how your product, your service, your offering is the solution to X, Y, and Z. But you first have to listen and ask really great questions. So comment below if you have any questions about anything that I'm sharing. I do have a link in the description that you can so you can sign up to my biweekly emails. I have a specific group that I communicate, corporate wellness strategies and starting your side hustle and wellness strategies. So I'd love for you to be a part of that community. And I send an email every Sunday, every other Sunday or so. And then the last part that I wanted to touch on was branding and positioning yourself a certain way for corporate. Okay. One of the things that you have to understand when you come into corporate is that one of their biggest concerns is obviously that, you have personal insurance. You're going to have the protocols to get paid and be able to send an invoice to them. It's those little things. Also, make sure that your branding outside of how you position yourself, like in a meeting, is pretty good. If you don't have an outside presence like social media or a website, you might want to consider doing that because, like anything, these employers are probably going to want to do some research around how you are in other areas. And also in terms of branding and positioning, you want to be sure you have testimonials of outcomes, either individual, working with people one-on-one, or with helping other organizations. So I think I'm making this video a lot longer than I anticipated. Comment below, like it, share it. Any questions you have, comment, because that helps me create more videos for you. I think the next video that I'm going to be recording is how to become a health and wellness manager if you're already in HR. So that's coming up next week. Be sure you subscribe and get notifications for when I upload a new video. I'm trying to do one per week, so hold me accountable. And if I don't post a video, please email me and say, hey, Brenda, what's up? All right, I hope you found this to be helpful. Have a beautiful day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.